I Choose What I Accept. Written by Miylos Gruyicsh. The Power of Choice, Shaping Your Life. Every day, we face countless choices, from the simplest decisions like what to eat for breakfast to the more significant ones about our careers, relationships, and personal growth. But have you ever stopped to consider the true power behind these choices? What if we realized that in every moment, we are shaping our future through the decisions we make today? The reality we experience is not a mere series of events or circumstances beyond our control. It's a reflection of the choices we make, consciously or unconsciously, at each crossroads of our lives. The job we take, the people we surround ourselves with, the way we respond to challenges, each choice leaves its mark. We are, in fact, the architects of our own lives. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a vast, blank canvas. Each choice you make is a brushstroke, gradually forming a picture of who you are and who you are becoming. At any given moment, you have the power to change the direction of that painting, whether it's by altering a color, adding a new element, or even starting a completely new design. The key here is understanding that every choice, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. The power lies in your hands. But with power comes responsibility. It's easy to fall into the habit of feeling like life is happening to us, that we are simply reacting to situations as they arise. The truth is, the more we step into the role of a conscious creator, the more we realize that we have the ability to direct the flow of our lives. We aren't bound by the past, nor are we victims of our circumstances unless we choose to be. We can create the future we want, step by step, decision by decision. This realization brings a sense of freedom, but also a deeper level of awareness. When we recognize that our choices are powerful, we can no longer afford to make them lightly. Each choice holds the potential to move us closer to the life we desire, or take us further from it. But it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. It's about understanding that the small, everyday decisions accumulate and compound over time. So take a moment to think about the choices you've made. Are they aligned with the person you want to become? Are they guiding you toward a future that reflects your values and dreams? If not, that's okay. The beauty of choice is that it's never too late to start. Every new decision is an opportunity to begin again. In the end, our lives are a collection of choices, some small, some monumental. But all of them, when made with intention and awareness, have the power to shape our reality. You are the creator of your life. The path you walk today is determined by the choices you make now. And with each new choice, you have the chance to transform your future in ways you never thought possible. The power is yours. Setting boundaries, defining what you accept. At the core of every healthy relationship, be it personal or professional, lies the concept of boundaries. Boundaries are not about building walls between you and others. They are about defining what you are willing to accept and what you are not. They serve as guidelines, helping you protect your energy, preserve your peace, and live authentically. Imagine your life as a garden. Your boundaries are the fence that marks the perimeter, keeping your space safe and allowing the right things to flourish. Without clear boundaries, it's like having a garden where weeds and unwanted plants can easily overrun, leaving you feeling drained and disconnected from your true self. Boundaries are necessary for growth, for clarity, and most importantly, for your well-being. But why do so many of us struggle with setting boundaries? Often, it's because we've been taught to put others first, to please those around us, or to avoid confrontation. We fear that setting limits might make us seem selfish or unkind. But the reality is quite the opposite. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It's a statement that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable. By establishing what you will and won't accept, you are actively shaping the life you want to live. In relationships, boundaries are especially crucial. Without them, we can find ourselves overcommitted, emotionally drained, or even resentful. Whether it's saying no to an invitation when we need rest or expressing our needs clearly in a partnership, setting boundaries is an essential skill for healthy communication. It's about creating space for what truly matters, whether it's your time, your emotions, or your personal values. At work, boundaries help us maintain a sense of balance and avoid burnout. We live in a world that often encourages hustle and overwork, but setting limits on how much we are willing to give prevents us from sacrificing our health or happiness. Knowing when to say no, when to delegate, or when to take a step back can help you stay productive without compromising your well-being. The beauty of boundaries is that they empower us to make better choices. When you know your limits, you are no longer swayed by external pressures or the expectations of others. You can say yes to opportunities that align with your values and say no to those that drain your energy. You start to live with intention rather than merely reacting to what comes your way. And perhaps most importantly, boundaries allow you to live authentically. They are a reflection of who you are, what you value, and how you want to be treated. By honoring your boundaries, you are saying to the world, "This is who I am, and this is what I will accept." It's a powerful declaration of self-love and self-respect, and it's something you can carry with you in every area of your life. Setting boundaries isn't always easy, especially when it feels uncomfortable or when others push back. But the more you practice this skill, the more natural it becomes. Start small, setting clear boundaries in low-risk situations, and gradually work your way up to more challenging scenarios. Remember, it's not about being rigid, it's about being clear. It's about knowing that you are worthy of respect and that your time and energy are precious. So, ask yourself, what are you willing to accept in your life? What are you not willing to tolerate? What do you need to thrive? The answers to these questions will help guide you in setting the boundaries that will create a life of authenticity, peace, and personal power. When you define what you accept, you define who you are, and in doing so, you begin to create a life that truly reflects your values and desires. Recognizing and reducing negative influences. In our journey through life, we are constantly surrounded by influences, some uplifting and others draining. These influences shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, often without us even realizing it. But what happens when the influences in our lives start to weigh us down, hinder our growth, and prevent us from becoming the best version of ourselves? The answer lies in recognizing these negative forces and learning how to minimize their impact. Negative influences come in many forms, and they don't always come from the outside world. Often, the most persistent and damaging forces are the ones that come from within, our own limiting beliefs, fears, and self-doubt. These internal voices can be louder than anything external, convincing us that we're not good enough or that we don't deserve happiness or success. But the truth is, these beliefs are not facts. They are simply stories we've told ourselves, often based on past experiences or unexamined fears. On the other hand, external influences, such as toxic relationships, negative media, or societal pressures, can also play a significant role in shaping our mental and emotional state. The people we surround ourselves with, the content we consume, and even the environment we live in can either support or undermine our growth. It's easy to get caught up in the negativity of others, whether it's through the constant stream of negativity on social media or the pessimistic attitudes of people around us. But just as we have the power to shape our choices, we also have the power to choose which influences we allow into our lives. The first step in reducing negative influences is to become aware of them. Take a moment to reflect on the people, places, and things in your life that may be contributing to your stress, anxiety, or unhappiness. Are there individuals who drain your energy or leave you feeling discouraged? Are there certain habits or thought patterns that keep you stuck in negativity? Identifying these influences is key to understanding how they affect your mental and emotional well-being. Once you've recognized the negative influences in your life, it's time to take action. Start by setting boundaries with toxic people. This doesn't mean cutting people out of your life entirely, but rather protecting your emotional space by limiting the amount of time you spend with them or by having honest conversations about your needs. It's also important to learn how to say no to situations that don't serve you, whether it's taking on too many commitments at work or engaging in conversations that bring you down. Next, focus on reducing the negative content you consume. In today's world, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the constant barrage of negative news, social media posts, or even entertainment that focuses on fear and drama. Start to filter the content you expose yourself to and make room for things that inspire, educate, and uplift you. Surround yourself with positive, empowering messages, whether through books, podcasts, or online communities that align with your values and goals. It's also essential to address your internal influences. Begin by challenging your negative self-talk and replacing it with more compassionate, empowering thoughts. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," pause and ask yourself, is this true? Often, we're our own harshest critics. Start treating yourself with the kindness and understanding that you would offer a close friend. Another powerful tool for reducing negative influences is practicing mindfulness. By staying present and grounded in the moment, we can prevent ourselves from getting swept up in negative thought patterns or external stressors. Meditation, deep breathing, and mindful awareness can help us become more aware of when we're being negatively influenced and give us the space to choose how we want to respond. Ultimately, reducing negative influences is about reclaiming your mental and emotional well-being. It's about taking control of your environment, your thoughts, and your interactions, and choosing to prioritize what serves your highest good. Remember, you have the power to shape your reality. By consciously choosing to reduce negativity, you are creating space for positivity, growth, and inner peace. As you move forward, remember that this is a continuous practice. Negative influences are inevitable, but how we respond to them is entirely within our control. With awareness, intention, and the right tools, you can protect your energy, cultivate a mindset of growth, and reclaim your emotional well-being, no matter what life throws your way. Embracing emotional responsibility. Emotions are an integral part of being human. They color our experiences, shape our perceptions, and influence our actions. But what happens when we shift from seeing emotions as external forces that happen to us to understanding them as signals that come from within? What if we could take full responsibility for our emotional state, rather than blaming others or external circumstances for how we feel? The concept of emotional responsibility is about understanding that we have the power to control, manage, and transform our emotions, not as a way to suppress them, but as a way to truly own them. When we embrace emotional responsibility, we shift from a mindset of victimhood to one of empowerment. Rather than saying, "You made me feel this way," or "This situation made me upset," we take ownership of our feelings by acknowledging that our emotions come from our own internal reactions. The people around us or the situations we face may trigger certain feelings, but it is our interpretation of these triggers that determines how we feel. The difference lies in realizing that we are not helpless in the face of our emotions. We are, in fact, the creators of how we experience them. Imagine for a moment that your emotions are like a weather system inside you. Sometimes it's calm and clear. Other times it's stormy and unpredictable. But you, as the observer, can choose how you respond to the weather. You can prepare for a storm, seek shelter, or change your focus to the calm within. Similarly, when we take responsibility for our emotions, we don't allow them to control us. Instead, we recognize that we have the ability to change our emotional experience at any moment, simply by shifting our thoughts, perceptions, or actions. Taking ownership of your emotions means moving away from the automatic reactions we often fall into when we feel anger, frustration, sadness, or fear. Instead of letting these emotions dictate our responses, we can pause and reflect. In those moments of heightened emotion, we have a choice. We can either react impulsively, or we can take a step back, process the feeling, and choose a more intentional, measured response. This pause allows us to respond with clarity rather than with reactionary intensity. The first step in embracing emotional responsibility is awareness. Begin by noticing your emotional state throughout the day. When do you feel triggered? What patterns do you notice in your emotional reactions? Are there certain people or situations that seem to evoke particular feelings in you? The more you tune into your emotions, the more you can understand what they're trying to tell you. Emotions are not just random. They are clues to what's happening beneath the surface. For example, anger might signal that you feel disrespected, while sadness might point to a need for connection or a loss. By identifying the underlying causes of your emotions, you can start to take control over how you respond. Next, practice self-regulation. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending everything is fine when it's not. Emotional responsibility isn't about avoidance. It's about acknowledging your feelings and learning how to express them in healthy, constructive ways. Techniques like deep breathing, journaling, and mindfulness can help you process emotions as they arise. By regularly checking in with yourself and using these techniques to calm your mind and body, you can build emotional resilience, your ability to recover from emotional turmoil more quickly and effectively. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding difficult emotions. It's about cultivating the strength to face them head on. When you embrace emotional responsibility, you no longer fear the full spectrum of your emotions. Instead, you understand that every emotion, whether positive or negative, has value. By facing challenges with emotional resilience, you can navigate even the most difficult moments with grace and confidence. Instead of letting your emotions define you or dictate your actions, you take the lead in how you experience them. A powerful tool in this process is reframing, actively choosing to look at situations from a different perspective. When something triggers negative emotions, ask yourself, what is this situation teaching me? Or how can I view this from a different angle? Reframing helps you shift your emotional response from one of helplessness to one of opportunity. Every emotional experience is a chance to learn, grow, and evolve. The more you practice reframing, the more resilient you become in facing future challenges. Ultimately, embracing emotional responsibility is about reclaiming your power. It's about understanding that you are not at the mercy of your emotions. Instead, you can take charge of how you feel, how you react, and how you grow from your emotional experiences. The more you practice owning your emotions, the more you develop the skills to manage them effectively and maintain inner peace, no matter what life throws your way. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by emotion, remember that you have the power to shift your experience. By embracing emotional responsibility, you take ownership of your emotional well-being, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with strength, clarity, and authenticity. Your emotions are yours to manage, and when you own them, you reclaim your peace and your power. Choosing positivity, a path to empowerment. Every day we are faced with countless choices. Some are small, like what to have for breakfast or what to wear, while others are more significant, like how we approach challenges or how we respond to difficult situations. Yet one of the most powerful choices we can make is the decision to embrace a positive mindset. When we choose positivity, we unlock the power to transform not only our outlook on life, but also the very reality we experience. Choosing positivity doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or hardships that life brings. It doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect or that challenges don't exist. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on the light, even when the world around us seems dark. It's about shifting our perspective from problems to opportunities, from obstacles to lessons, and from setbacks to chances for growth. By choosing positivity, we train ourselves to see the potential for good in every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem at first. A positive mindset is like a lens through which we view the world. When we look at life through this lens, we begin to see solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of roadblocks. This shift in perspective is transformative. It allows us to approach difficulties with a sense of hope and optimism, knowing that we have the strength and resilience to overcome them. It helps us believe that no matter what happens, there is always a way forward, a way to learn, to grow, and to thrive. The first step in choosing positivity is practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating a positive mindset because it shifts our focus from what's lacking or wrong to what's abundant and right in our lives. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of the sun, the support of a friend, or the fact that you have a roof over your head. The more you practice gratitude, the more you begin to notice the countless blessings in your life that may have gone unnoticed before. By making gratitude a daily habit, you retrain your brain to focus on the positive, which over time can significantly shift your perspective. Another way to cultivate positivity is through optimism. Optimism is the belief that things can improve even when the current situation seems challenging. It's about trusting that the future holds potential, even if we can't see it yet. Optimism isn't about blind faith or ignoring reality. It's about maintaining hope in the face of adversity. Every setback is an opportunity to bounce back stronger. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, and every challenge is a stepping stone to greater growth. When we choose to adopt an optimistic outlook, we begin to see the world as a place full of possibilities rather than a place filled with limitations. Kindness is another essential element of positivity. When we practice kindness, not only do we uplift others, but we also elevate our own sense of well-being. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, create a ripple effect that spreads positivity into the world. It could be something as simple as offering a smile to a stranger, helping a colleague with a task, or listening with empathy to someone who's going through a tough time. The more we engage in kind acts, the more we reinforce a positive mindset and create an environment that nurtures both our own happiness and the happiness of those around us. One of the most powerful ways to choose positivity is by reframing negative situations. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, choose to view them as opportunities for growth. When faced with difficulty, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this challenge help me become stronger or more resilient? By changing the way we interpret challenges, we can transform our experience of them. Rather than being defeated by life's obstacles, we begin to see them as chances to rise to the occasion and become better versions of ourselves. Choosing positivity also means taking responsibility for our emotional state. While we can't always control the circumstances of our lives, we have the power to control how we respond to them. When we choose positivity, we choose to rise above negativity, to embrace a mindset of empowerment rather than helplessness. We take control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, refusing to let external circumstances dictate our inner peace. By making this choice daily, we build resilience and emotional strength, knowing that we have the power to shape our experience of the world. As you embrace the path of positivity, it's important to remember that this is a practice, not a one-time decision. Every day, you will be faced with opportunities to choose positivity, whether it's in how you respond to a difficult situation or how you approach a challenge. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to see the world through a positive lens. Ultimately, choosing positivity is about taking ownership of your mindset and choosing to live a life that is empowering, uplifting, and filled with possibility. It's about making the decision every single day to focus on what's good, what's working, and what you can do to create a better future for yourself and those around you. When you choose positivity, you step into your power and take charge of your life, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength, resilience, and mindset to handle it with grace and optimism. In the end, positivity is not just a mindset, it's a path to empowerment. It's the belief that no matter the challenges, we have the ability to create a life full of hope, joy, and fulfillment. By choosing positivity, you open yourself to a world of infinite possibilities. Letting go, releasing the past to create space for new choices. We all carry baggage, memories, mistakes, regrets, and limiting beliefs that shape how we view ourselves and our potential. This baggage, however, can weigh us down, cloud our judgment, and prevent us from moving forward. The past, with its hurts and disappointments, can easily define who we are today, often influencing our decisions and shaping our future in ways we may not even realize. But the truth is that the past is gone. It no longer has the power to shape who we are in this moment, unless we allow it to. And that's where the power of letting go comes in. Letting go isn't about forgetting the past or pretending it didn't happen. It's about releasing the hold that past experiences, mistakes, and limiting beliefs have on us. When we hold on to anger, resentment, guilt, or regret, we are essentially tethering ourselves to a version of the past that no longer serves us. These feelings can restrict our ability to make new choices, embrace new opportunities, and grow into the people we are capable of becoming. By choosing to let go, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, fresh perspectives, and the freedom to create a new path forward. The first step in letting go is recognizing the things that are holding us back. What past mistakes or regrets are you still carrying around? Are there experiences in your life that continue to haunt you, causing you to doubt your worth or your potential? Are there limiting beliefs? Thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable, or I always fail, that keep you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. The past has a way of planting seeds of negativity in our minds, but we are not bound by those seeds unless we allow them to take root. One of the most powerful tools in letting go is forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about excusing someone else's actions or pretending that what happened didn't hurt. It's about freeing ourselves from the burden of holding on to anger or resentment. When we choose to forgive, we release the power that past wrongdoings have over us. This act of forgiveness allows us to reclaim our energy, our peace of mind, and our ability to move forward with a lighter heart. Forgiveness isn't just about letting go of past hurts caused by others. It's also about forgiving ourselves. Many of us carry the weight of our own mistakes, failures, or perceived shortcomings. We beat ourselves up over things we did or didn't do, and we often fail to show ourselves the same compassion we would offer to others. But self-forgiveness is a crucial part of letting go. Just as we would comfort a friend who made a mistake, we must learn to offer that same kindness and understanding to ourselves. When we forgive ourselves, we free ourselves from the shackles of guilt and self-blame, allowing us to move forward with a sense of self-compassion and understanding. Another essential part of letting go is practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is about treating ourselves with the same kindness and care that we would extend to a loved one who is struggling. It's about acknowledging our humanity, understanding that we are all imperfect, and offering ourselves comfort in times of hardship. Self-compassion allows us to accept ourselves as we are, flaws, mistakes, and all, without feeling the need to change ourselves to fit some idealized version of perfection. By embracing self-compassion, we create a nurturing space within ourselves to heal, grow, and evolve. Letting go also requires us to release the need for control. Often we hold on to the past because we feel the need to control it, to understand it, explain it, or fix it. We want to make sense of the things that have hurt us, or we fear that if we let go, we'll lose the opportunity to learn from them. But the truth is that we cannot change the past, no matter how hard we try. The only thing we have control over is the present moment and the choices we make moving forward. By letting go of the need to control the past, we free ourselves to focus on the here and now, making choices that serve us today and in the future. When we let go of the past, we create space for new opportunities, new beliefs, and new experiences. By shedding the old patterns, we make room for new choices that align with the person we are becoming. Letting go allows us to clear the clutter from our minds and hearts, making room for personal growth and transformation. It gives us the freedom to create a future that is not dictated by past mistakes or limiting beliefs, but one that is shaped by our choices, our values, and our potential. One of the most liberating aspects of letting go is the sense of freedom it brings. When we release the emotional weight of the past, we feel lighter, more energized, and more capable of embracing the future. Letting go opens the door to new possibilities, new paths, and new ways of thinking. It empowers us to take ownership of our present and future, knowing that we are not defined by what has happened to us, but by how we choose to move forward. The act of letting go may not always be easy. It can take time, and there may be moments of resistance as we confront the things that have hurt us or held us back. But with each step, we release more of the past, and with each release, we make more space for the future. In the end, letting go is not just about moving past the things that no longer serve us. It's about making room for a life that is filled with possibility, growth, and the freedom to choose what we want to accept and embrace. So, if you're ready to create space for new choices, new growth, and a brighter future, take the first step in letting go. Release the past, forgive yourself and others, and make room for the beautiful life that lies ahead. Daily practice, strengthening your inner power. In our fast-paced, ever-changing world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or disconnected from the strength that lies within us. We often get caught up in the demands of daily life, the noise of external influences, and the rush of constant movement. But what if we could slow down, reconnect with our inner power, and cultivate practices that nurture our sense of agency and strength? By intentionally incorporating daily practices into our routine, we can empower ourselves to make better decisions, live with more intention, and face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. The first step in strengthening your inner power is recognizing that your strength is not something that exists only in moments of crisis or when you're facing monumental decisions. Your power is available to you every day, in the small, seemingly mundane moments, in the choices you make, and in the actions you take. It's in how you respond to the world around you, how you choose to care for yourself, and how you consciously direct your energy. Your inner strength is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows stronger with regular use and attention. One of the most impactful ways to cultivate inner strength is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. It's about tuning into your thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they arise, and accepting them without reacting impulsively. By incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine, you can develop a deeper sense of self-awareness, which empowers you to respond to life's challenges with more clarity and intention. Mindfulness allows you to pause before reacting, giving you the space to choose how you want to show up in any situation. A simple way to practice mindfulness throughout your day is by bringing awareness to your breath. Whether you're sitting at your desk, walking down the street, or eating your lunch, you can take a moment to focus on your breath, slowly inhaling and exhaling, fully experiencing the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. This simple act of breathing can ground you in the present moment, calming your mind and centering your energy. The more you practice this, the more naturally it will come to you, helping you stay centered and focused no matter what life throws your way. Another powerful daily practice is self-reflection. Self-reflection allows you to take a step back and assess your thoughts, feelings, and actions, helping you understand your motivations and recognize areas where you might want to grow. By reflecting on your day, your choices, and your experiences, you create an opportunity for learning and improvement. Self-reflection doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes before bed to journal about your day, noting what went well, what could have gone better, and what you've learned from the experience. Through self-reflection, you gain insights into your behavior, patterns, and beliefs. You begin to notice when you're acting out of habit, reacting out of fear, or making decisions based on outdated beliefs. By acknowledging these patterns, you can choose to make conscious changes. Self-reflection empowers you to take responsibility for your actions and reactions, rather than being a passive participant in your life. It's through this awareness that you begin to realize just how much control you have over your decisions and your experiences. In addition to mindfulness and self-reflection, conscious decision-making is another key practice that strengthens your inner power. Every day, you're faced with choices, some small, some big, that shape your life and future. The key is to approach these decisions with awareness and intention. Instead of reacting automatically or giving in to external pressures, take a moment to pause and consider what aligns with your values, your goals, and your sense of inner truth. Ask yourself, what do I truly want in this moment? What will support my growth and well-being? By making decisions from a place of mindfulness and self-awareness, you take control of your life and move toward the future you desire. Building a daily practice of conscious decision-making doesn't mean that you'll always make perfect choices, but it does mean that you'll be more in tune with what's truly important to you and less likely to be swayed by outside influences or fleeting emotions. You'll be able to act with purpose rather than reacting out of habit or fear. And each time you make a choice that aligns with your values and desires, you strengthen your sense of empowerment and confidence. Another important element of daily practice is setting intentions. Intention setting is about consciously directing your energy and attention toward what you want to create in your life. Each morning, take a few moments to set an intention for the day. This intention can be as simple as, "Today I choose peace," or "I intend to stay present and calm, no matter what happens." Setting an intention helps you stay focused and aligned throughout the day, guiding your choices and actions in a positive direction. When you set an intention, you're making a conscious choice to align with your highest self rather than getting swept away by distractions or negative influences. Lastly, taking care of your physical body is an essential part of strengthening your inner power. Our mental and emotional strength is deeply connected to our physical well-being. When we nourish our bodies with healthy food, regular exercise, and adequate rest, we create a strong foundation for our mind and spirit. A healthy body supports a clear mind, allowing us to make better decisions, handle stress with more resilience, and approach life with greater energy and vitality. Daily practices like mindfulness, self-reflection, conscious decision-making, intention setting, and physical self-care may seem small, but over time they accumulate to create a powerful shift in your life. They help you connect with your inner strength, build resilience, and make empowered choices that align with the life you want to create. By committing to these practices, you begin to live with more purpose, more clarity, and more confidence. So, take a moment today to reflect on how you can incorporate these practices into your routine. Whether it's starting your day with a mindful breath, setting an intention, or taking a few minutes for self-reflection in the evening, every small action you take towards strengthening your inner power contributes to living a more empowered, fulfilling life. With consistent practice, you'll begin to feel more in control, more grounded, and more capable of navigating whatever comes your way.